The Department of English at Stockholm University offers a wide range of exciting courses which reflect the role of English in today's globalized world.
So there are three reasons, I think, for why it's interesting to study languages, and English in particular. Apart from the use of English all over the world, there are two other reasons. One is that when we study English, when we study any language, we see the power and complexity of our own brains in being able to produce this amazingly complicated instrument. And the second reason is for itself, that looking at language, seeing how it works, seeing how the pieces fit together in this complicated machine is fascinating in itself.
English today is the language of global communication. At the English department, we're examining the use of English as a contact language in a globalized world. We look at the social and political implications of this for English and its users, and we offer research-based courses on English as a lingua franca, world Englishes, and sociolinguistics, among others.
Why study literature in English? Every language in every nation has its literature. But English is, as a lingua franca, allows us to talk about these very same questions, the questions that literature addresses, with any other person just about in the world. Now that as a lingua franca we can say if an Italian or a Chinese meet together, what language are they going to speak in? They're going to speak probably in English. That's the most likely. In the hallways of this university, we hear so many different accents speaking in English as people challenge each other and question each other about the big ideas that they're studying.
Have you ever noticed how very differently the English language is pronounced in different parts of the world? Well, here at the English department there are several of us who are actively researching such variation, and we are very enthusiastic about integrating our knowledge and experience in the various courses we teach and the student supervision that we provide.
I would like to demonstrate what the English language sounded like about 1,000 years ago. And I will read a short passage from a famous poem called Beowulf. And it describes a dragon creeping out of its cave after a thief has stolen a cup from its hoard. And as you may gather, this is the text that inspired Tolkien when he wrote his book about Bilbo the Hobbit. Thas I wirmon walk vrocht was je niwad, stonk tha efter stane, ster kirt on fand fiandes fotlast, het ho forth je stop, dyrnan krefte, drakkan hävde neach. Thank you.
First and last, to study literature is to learn to read. We like to think that we know how to read, but we all have a long and endlessly fascinating way to go. What we read when we study English literature are the indispensable forms of that language, the forms that make up cultures, and increasingly that contribute to the making of a global culture. Literature has the keys to that culture, keys that can be found nowhere else. So we're providing students with the tools for mastering a complex cultural world. We make you readers, in the true sense of the term. Readers are not consumers. They're the ones carrying the fire.
Studying literature will give you important tools for analyzing the complexity of human relations, historically as well as in the present. Here at the Department of English at Stockholm University, we study literature from the UK and the US, but also from all the English-speaking world.
Our students work in a stimulating international environment, and the high quality of our education has been recognized in different national and international rankings.
I really love it. It's great. And even though we're only in English 1 for now, I feel like we're being set up to do great things in the future as well. For example, in our 5th semester, we were able to either go abroad or take some development courses. Maybe London or even the US or China. You can go to China or Australia. You can go all over the world and study English.
Since I started to study English 1, I'm just really impressed by the professors and the teachers here. They come from so many different nationalities, and they're really good at making grammar and all the courses really fun. And for me, that's really impressive.
I was looking for highly ranked English departments in Europe, actually, and I did a search, and Stockholm University came up as one of the top 100 universities to study in the world. And as I wanted to study in Europe, I thought this would be an exciting and international place to be, and it's definitely turned out to be that.
The department provides administrative support and counseling to all students.
As study counselor at the English department, I can help you with information about the programs and courses we offer. Besides a range of freestanding courses, we collaborate with other departments on the Professional Language Program, teacher programs, the Translation Program, and the all-new Global Management Program. You can contact me regarding eligibility and credit transfers, and if you want to design your own personal BA, I can help you plan your English studies.
The competences you acquire in English 1 will be useful to you in any career you choose to pursue.
Part of our role as administrators is helping students with any practical questions they may have. A lot of our students find studying at university very different to studying at school, and even our international students may find studying at Stockholm University different to studying in their home universities.
So here at the Student Affairs Office we can help our students with all sorts of practical questions they might have. And this can be on how to find course information online, or on how to apply for a course, or even on how they can study English abroad for one term as an exchange student.
So, what makes it special to study English in Stockholm?
I think one of the great things about our department is its international environment and its friendly atmosphere. We have students and staff from various countries around the world, and even here in our administrative team we use English on a daily basis.
Well, Stockholm is a very special city. It's a beautiful city. It's a wonderful place to be in. Because of the Nobel Prize, people have see Stockholm as a kind of a place where literature is taken seriously, it's discussed seriously, and it begins to be a kind of a world center for literature.
For example, my very first experience, I had lived in Stockholm for like a week, and I was bored one day, and I was on Facebook, and I saw Jonas Gardell, my favorite author, on Facebook saying, "Oh, I have an impromptu Q&A and speaking about my new book in this bookstore." I was like, okay, that's only half an hour away, I can go there.